Welcome to Swarf and Chips. We've got a great show lined up for you today, but it's slightly condensed because there's something very exciting happening here at MTD Towers that you're going to be finding out a little bit more about later on. However, I'm very excited because it's Goldilocks and I'm joined by the three bears. Hey.
Yeah.
Paul, what bear are you?
Essentials.
Bear Essentials.
Very good.
Mark?
Gummy bear.
I like that one. You're sweet and...
No, not at all.
I don't know. Bear all. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Bear with me.
We do that all the time though, Joe. We can't
Yeah.
Yeah, bear with me.
He certainly had all the porridge.
Food again.
What were you doing in the woods the other day?
He was buried. Looking for my. He's buried all then. Looking for my red coat.
Anyway, let's kickstart the show. 10 videos, 10 minutes. You know the rules, 10 minutes. It's going to be even harder this time because all of you are chatterboxes and you've only got a minute. So first one, I don't know what you're doing here, Paul, but Star, new facility, talk to me about it.
Shotgun. Right, Star GB, they're a leading supplier of CNC sliding heads in the UK marketplace. And the old place was fine, but this place is much, much better. It's considerably bigger. They've got more machines in stock, more demos. And yeah, it's there for customers to go and see. It's in Derby, right on the motorway next to Rolls-Royce. So go and take a look.
Great part of that as well. You can see that's all of the parts of that. It's a lightsaber. All of the parts on that have been made on the Star sliding head lathes on various different machines.
One thing they talk about on here, or you talk about on here, single source.
Correct, yeah. That's a big thing for them this year. It's the fact that they're looking at supplying a solution, so it bar feeds, tooling, turnkeys, because engineers want that these days. They want a machine to hit the deck and make parts straight away. Interestingly, not mentioned on this video, Star are flying. They are selling loads of machines at the moment. It's kind of a very sort of silent path to this phenomenal success that they're having, and this is part of it, this new place, selling loads of kit at the moment. So it's very, very...
Perfect.
What a good start.
Oh, good start. So next video, we're talking about the Murata machine sold by Matsuura. They call it a production workhorse. Paul, sell me the machine.
That's exactly what it is. It is a production workhorse. This fits beautifully into Matsuura's portfolio of products because it's a very high quality, premium end production turning centre. 2 turrets, 2 spindles, Y-axis plus or minus 30 mil. You've got driven tool capability, 1 hit machining on this machine of volume components. Interestingly, the machine has a gantry as well, which can take the parts off the machine ready for the next process.
Where does this compete then?
There is, I mentioned to Mark, I said, are they jumping into a crowded market here? Because there are lots of twin turret machines available in the marketplace, and he agreed. He said, yes, we are. But they're confident in what they sell. They make quality parts. They needed a machine like this to complement their Matsuura product. And as Matsuura are this year, they're selling lots more machines other than just Matsuura's.
What's the capacity of the machine?
So these Murata machines, they can either be kind of 2-inch bar or 3-inch bar machines. So they're ideally fitting into that sort of production environment. Machine's fed with a bar feed, and as I say, it's got a gantry over the top of the machine, so you've got the ultimate in solution.
It's great for Matsuura. You imagine being the rep, the guy that goes out selling an MX330 and I want to buy a lathe. I haven't got one. Well, now they've got one.
Now you have.
Tell him off.
I'm not, he's bigger than me.
Okay, next video is the Visi software CAD-CAM waveform cutting. Why would I invest in this software?
Well, Visi claim a saving of 58% cycle time saving. There we go, 58%. Good, aren't I?
Yeah.
Against a traditional milling strategy. They're reducing the radial depth of cut. They're burying the tool, so using the full cutting edge of the end mill, like we see here.
And it's the path of the tool as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it just advanced roughing strategies basically, but it's similar to trochoidal milling. There are some differences, but you know, other companies do have a similar strategy, but it's very good from Visi. It is very good. And
it's about metal removal. It comes back to something we always talk about. You got a piece of metal. You need a finished component. How are you going to get it from one to the other? And roughing is an integral part of that, of course. And the quicker you can rough a component, the better. And I think that's really what this video was, or what the guys here wanted to get across.
And Vero Software are quite a big group anyway, with lots of other, like EdgeCam, for instance. You know, they're really, really sort of strong company on the software.
A bit of a one-stop wonder when you go there. Factory Whiz software. You were talking to Ben about this. Now, I need to read this, but machine monitoring software. It reduces machine downtime. They make the machines run more efficiently. And basically what he's trying to say is making the most out of the working hours of the machine.
Correct. The majority of engineering companies you go into in the UK that are running CNC machine tools will experience downtime, that the machine's not cutting. And really what Factory Whiz is about is making sure you're optimizing the opportunity to make those spindles turn more. We talk about spindles turning, that's what Ben's software does. So it's about looking around, what's happening in the machine, the cutting tool, the work holding, everything within the machining environment to basically reduce any downtime to get the
monitoring,
machine cutting.
basically.
It's monitoring software, and the idea behind this presentation here from Ben is that they've now added more machines, including the brother, to the list of machines that you can use in conjunction with his software. Massive, massive savings, 3-month payback.
Any brand of machines?
Pretty much any brand of machine you can run with, and as I say, with this, they were talking about the brother. I liken it a bit like when you're driving somewhere to go somewhere, you always look for the fastest route. Why wouldn't you? You save fuel, you save all those things, and this is very similar to really the analogy.
It's all about the data, isn't it? The data it gives you. And without trying to sound cliche, you can't fix something you can't measure, and without data, you're just a bloke with or a lady with an opinion. It's all about the data.
Even if your engineers are coming in and making a cup of tea from 7:30 till 25 to 8 in the morning, that's 5 minutes of dead time. Factory Whiz can do things like, even say that they need to start at 6:30. You're losing 5 minutes times X is 3 hours a week. So when you come here in the morning, you don't want to be making a cup of tea. Ben will like it.
Thank you, Joff. Thank you. Mazak, the Multiplex W200Y. They've been producing these machines for over 30 years. So what are the improvements?
One thing on here, you've got 2 doors, so presumably you can actually run 2 jobs. Is that correct?
That is absolutely spot on. It's the whole idea behind this machine. It is there's 2 turrets and there's 2 spindles. And a lot of people would associate 2 turrets and 2 spindles with a twin turret machine. And that's what this is, but essentially you've got 2 working areas. So you can machine one part on the front and one part on the back, or you can use it for the same job to do Op 1 and Op 2, or you can do 2 different jobs. Pretty unique concept.
And to steal one of your phrases, it's ultimate flexibility, isn't it? It's that one word again, ultimate flexibility. But coupled with that, it's ultimate ease as well. That's smooth C control. I don't know if you've looked into that. It's really straightforward to program. So you've got flexibility and also the great new control.
And the spindles here, the front and back spindle, they move, the axes move in towards the turret rather than the turrets moving.
Yeah, it's unique, isn't it? That?
It is a unique concept, and they've got a gantry on this machine as well for loading, which you'd probably need with the type of parts that this is machining. And I think he even said that over 50% of the machines are sold with gantries, and why wouldn't you?
I think there was a kind of told you
and
that
a
there.
small footprint for the cell as well.
Yeah, we're really out of order.
Moving on.
It's because there's 3 of you. Really worth watching that video actually. So it's the Multiplex W200Y from Mazak. So next up is the Hypermill. Now they were working on a hard-inch Bridgeport, and basically it's a really technical cut, and they're really praising the Hypermill Max machining, aren't they?
Well, this is all about deep pockets. Unlike his trousers, when you go to the bar, nothing comes out whatsoever. But these guys, the software that these guys provide for most engineers is fantastic.
Deep pockets, short arms.
Let's start the minute from now. But yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, this is about using barrel tools in conjunction with a 5-axis machining centre in order to remove material, reduce cycle times of up to 90%. We do talk about it a lot, and we talked about CAD/CAM a lot on this show. It just shows you what an impact it's having for engineers to reduce their cycle times and get parts quicker. The main thing Simon's pointed in the part here, this was about they were experimenting, doing different depths of cut. And when they were doing that, they were looking to see what the surface finishes were going to be like and show engineers actually what great surface finishes you can get from deep cutting strategies. And that's really what this video is about. efficient metal removal, great surface finishes using the Hypermill Max machining strategy, and nothing to do with the depth of my pockets.
Yeah, with CAD cameras, quite often a crossover. They've got different names of products that are very similar, but the Hypermill Max machining, to my knowledge, there's nothing else out there. And if you're doing a deep pocket like that, and maybe there's a draft angle on it, there is no way doing it quicker.
Yeah,
There is no
getting
way
into
of
the
doing it
corners,
quicker.
it is ideal.
Okay. Lubriserve. Now I know we've met Richard already, but this is a bit of a corporate video that he's had here, isn't it?
It's exactly that. They've gone through a big transition recently, Lubriserve and mergers and other things. Go to their website for more information on that. Yeah, Lubriserve are a great example of how they don't just supply one product, they supply lots and lots of different products, industrial vacuums, coolant solutions. They put people on site. They've got a new app.
Well, they also offer a full fluid service, basically, at Midlands Aerospace. This is what the video's about, isn't it?
Yeah, they mentioned there's aerospace and a couple of other customers on there basically saying, look, I can tell you this, but why not listen to our customers?
That's Joe's sample. He did the one on the left after he'd done on the one on the right.
He looks a bit dehydrated, actually, doesn't he?
It was a night after a night out, I think. Must have been.
Must have been.
But yeah, they also have a lab.
Yeah.
And it is interesting to see the amount of products that they supply for that fluid solution, isn't it? Swarf spinners and all the things we've spoken about.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of success with XS9, which is a neat cutting oil for, in particular, sliding head lathes where they're seeing large increases in tool life and surface finish.
Yeah, that felt really quick. What I will say, and just to add to it, because I'm allowed to cheat, is some quotes from some of the guys who they interviewed, and they said, you know, that the tool life was incredible. It was going from 200 to 300 parts to 500 to 600 parts. Cycle times were reduced, and there was such an evident return on investment. So great corporate video for them. So next up, we're going over to Coventry, and of course, it's the new headquarters for Fanuc, isn't it?
Doesn't he look like Bob the Builder with that hat on?
Yeah, he needs his lollipop stick again.
One thing with Fanuc, I mean, they're right next door to the MTC, Anstey Park. It's a fantastic new building. It's 8,000 square feet, and they're going to be putting £1 million worth of machines in there to demonstrate.
That's just the showroom that Mark's talking about there. The whole site is monstrous, absolutely monstrous.
Well, I watched this video for the first time last night, and they're not going to fill that building.
They are.
It's massive.
It's huge. But you've got to think that Fanuc as a solution provider, we're talking robotics, we're talking machine tools, injection moulding. It can be everything. It can be anything.
It's just vast though, isn't it?
And they need to, because the sales we had a press release on the website the other day. Sales of robo drills in the last year have gone through the roof. I mean, this company is extremely successful at the moment.
Well, they said in there they've got showrooms, training, hands-on training as well, manufacturing integrated solutions all going in there, and it's going to be the headquarters for all the UK staff as
All
well.
the staff are going to be there. Look at the size of it. It's huge. And they
When's
will
it
fill
open?
In April, or to the public.
Last but by no means least, we've got Malin. They created the Pallet Master. Mark, tell us.
Steve's father actually designed this because there wasn't anything on the market, so that's what this product's about actually, and it's absolutely fantastic, really good for the subcontracting market actually.
Has Colin lost his legs? Or
Yeah,
is that bloke tall?
He's very big. It is about flexibility here, and it's about productivity. You can see bolt them to any machine tool, and the pallet loads in, and you take the pallet out, and it is about giving you that versatility, isn't it?
He's really tall, isn't he?
It works with different fixtures as well, don't they? They work with microlock on top as well, so you can get multiple parts and changing. It's quite efficient.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, the first time I watched the video, I thought, what's the point? If you've got an operator there, you may as well load the components. But then you start to thinking, how about if there's multiple components, you're nesting, you are going to have spindle downtime. So I think it's a good idea.
And it's very popular. There are thousands of them. They sell them a lot in the UK, but he was also selling in Scandinavia as well, which was quite interesting. So
And go on any machine.
go on any machine tool. Here, you're seeing it on a house, but you can go on any machining centre.
Tall order for Colin, that interview.
What a great way to finish.
It has been a laugh today. Thank you. Thank you for today, guys. And of course, we've got that announcement to make. And the big announcement is the fact that we're moving the set to a bigger and better studio. So the whole show's been condensed because we've got to go.
Go on, clear off.
See?
Go on.
That's it. We've got to go.
Builders are in.
The builders are in. See you later. Oh, by the way, keep those spindles turning. And don't forget to tune in next week. New, bigger, better studio.
Hey, you, hurry up. Come on.